spotted the movement and the HuK just pulled back. He decided that he didn't want the confrontation, and this observer will be keeping tabs now. Nice scan right on top of it. Ooh, Maka just detected that thing, that spider sense, just beautiful stuff. And Nexus going down for HuK while he was pushing down. So we're going to be having both players playing out of 2 bases pretty soon. As you can see, econ-wise, MakaPrime still ahead, pulling ahead not by much, and the harvester count is now balanced. When Maka did the first push, he was very way behind on the worker count, but now he just balanced it. And seems like he's going to make some kind of wall off, or at least getting HuK into some trouble if he wants to advance on this zone. 3 supply depots wall there with a lot of marine marauders here, so he's basically making a small wall off, or at least a way of delaying the advance from HuK if he decides to push. Let's change into the production tab once again. Nexus is almost finished. He's going to be working out of 2 bases pretty soon. One single immortal there. Will he be building more? Has a very powerful army here. Lots of zealots to rush on the front with the backup from the ranged units, the stalkers and the single immortal. Plenty of sentries as well for the force fields and shields if required. And here comes only the stalkers advancing into this factory that was being supposed to be used as a scout. And at the same time, as you can see, MakaPrime is preparing a 2-side advance because he's sending his Medivac to advance onto the base, but there's going to be a confrontation here. A single steam marine advancing, trying to attract HuK's forces, and here comes. Look at how HuK is splitting his forces, making sure that the zealots will be hanging here while he's pulling with his stalkers to fend off against that drop there. But here comes the push from MakaPrime, advancing with his marines and marauders into that zealot force. Keep in mind that the stalkers are on the back fending off the drop, and here he comes. Nice force field splitting those groups, and now the immortal and the zealots chewing through all of those marines and marauders. Nice move by HuK. This place, the ramp, the big ramp, was completely walled off with the force fields, and MakaPrime wasn't able to succeed on advancing and shoot down all the units from HuK. Very well defended, while the offense here was also fended off. So nice defense put it there by HuK, still holding there, holding his ground and making sure that Maka won't be able to advance. Maka leaving his factory here for scouting purposes later on, I would say, but HuK has been doing his homework. He got a second observer and trying to take care of it, keeping tabs on what's going on Maka's expo. Maka going for the Marine Marauder Ball. He still didn't transition into anything else, getting more Medivacs and upgrades for his Marine Marauder Ball. And meanwhile here on HuK's side, I saw there on the production tab a robotics bay. Where did I saw that? Did I missed it somewhere? Because I can see it there and I think I'm going blind. There it is, robotics bay, and he took care of the rocks, so he's gonna pick up his second expo, third base, getting it ready to advance on the econ game and stabilize his mid and late game. It's a good option, especially against a Terran player. The mules usually have a tendency to balance the economy, so you need to keep ahead on the base count. If you're able to do that, you might be able to stabilize the game. And seems like that now HuK won't be more going for immortals, going for those colossi. They're going to be very needed against this Marine Marauder Ball. Also getting the extended thermal lance, a very useful upgrade, one of the finest ones in the game, I would say. They're so effective for colossi, help so much to keep them on the back of the main force so they don't get completely focused and shot down. And here it is, HuK reinforcing his army. Let's see the army count, 119 against 111, fairly close. Scan going down, checking HuK's forces. There's no colossi here, so he didn't spot the colossi. And here it comes, big push into HuK's natural expo, getting fended off. Very nice shields there. Oh, that immortal is gonna get focused and killed. There it is, immortal down. And now the colossi, the first one finally out. If HuK had like a couple or 3 of them, would be so much effective. But well, we have to play with what we got, and HuK went for this build and this sequence, so hopefully he's gonna get some more colossi to fend off MakaPrime's advance. And there it is, big push here. He's taking care of the rocks, making sure that he's going to be able to pick up his third expo as well. He wants to keep it up on the econ game, while HuK is picking up the second expo, third base. So we're going to be pretty even economically speaking. For now, as you can see, Maka is ahead, 53 harvesters, a lot more income. Those mules help, obviously. And HuK now picking up his third base will be able to balance that. Meanwhile, it appears that MakaPrime, is preparing another push, sending his factory ahead to attract the fire from those stalkers, I would say. And now here comes big push into the base. I'm gonna take the HP bars, I'm sorry, it's just way too much. Oh, very nice EMP there. If you guys didn't notice, very nice EMP from the Ghost, right on top of the units that came from that ramp, just removing the shields and reducing to ashes all of those units that were just so weak with no shields at all. Very nice move. That EMP just reduced all of the shields from the units coming down this ramp. But MakaPrime now pulling back once again. He's going to reinforce once more and prepare for a second push. There it is, advancing, preparing himself, has some Vikings, is the counter to the Colossi that you already seen wandering around, while HuK is getting more gateways down. Where else does he has on his main base? Robotics Bay has 3 gateways here, 4 gateways actually, there's another one there, and the robotics facility, and there's also another gateway, there's plenty of gateways here from HuK. He has more than enough at the moment. He needs to get more of those Colossi, 2 more gateways going down. Meanwhile, there it is, a Marauder, single Marauder advancing there on the top of the base, while there's a move with the Vikings leading the charge to fend off the assault against those Colossi, just putting the Colossi at bay. And here comes big force, whoa, huge Marauder force, very Marauder heavy, focusing fire on those Colossi. I think that Maka made his army tailor-made to face off against this Stalker Marauder heavy army, Stalker Colossi heavy army, just getting messed up. And look at all those Vikings go through this Colossi so fast. Oh, this is not good. All the Colossi down. Now this is basically a Stalker army with some sentries, and these Marauders with 1-1 upgrades are going really fast through the Stalkers. Stalkers have no upgrades whatsoever, so they're getting dominated by the Marauders. Big push, only a couple of Marines. There's like what? Let's see the units at the moment. Oh, 31 Marauders, 13 Marines. You can hardly see them in the middle of so many Marauders. And here comes big advance into the Natural Expo. Force field going down, containing the advance into the main base, but it appears that HuK is gonna lose this Natural Expo here. There's not much left, there's no defenses here. Another EMP going right on top of those units, taking the shield of all of them, making them so much weaker. And Maka now pulling back because he had another big bulk there. With Ghosts in the middle, there's at least 1 Ghost there. And that Ghost will be able to EMP all the units down. Here they come, once again advancing, this time making a 2-way push, splitting his units between this big bulk advancing into the main base, and the second group advancing into the third expo from HuK. And HuK had to GG out of the match. He didn't have much more units, as you guys can see. He was making a Colossus. He had the Colossus, by the way. And well, it's completely overwhelmed by the forces from Maka. Maka was even making a nuke. So this is basically it. Maka just trampled, brute forced HuK out of this match with the sheer amount of forces that he had. This is the first match of the series. MakaPrime leading 1-0 now. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you all later.